From writing extremely complex code for large problems in seconds to creating appealing videos from just text instructions, AI has advanced a lot in recent years. But the uses aren't just limited to programmers or content creators. Instead, you could use it for your daily tasks to optimize the workflow as well. How can you boost your productivity with AI? And does it save you a lot of time and effort? In this video, we're going to answer these questions and tell you about 3 tools that you can use for completely free to make your work life easier. So make sure to watch till the end of the video if you don't want to miss out. The first AI tool on this list is Grammarly. If you are a content writer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you are not aware of its potential, this tool can improve your writing speed, clarity, and overall productivity. Whether you're writing emails, reports, blog posts, or even social media content, it helps you write better and faster by providing real-time suggestions. The best part is that it works for all of your devices and all of the apps you use. You can use it on your browser while writing emails, or use it on your Android or iOS devices while replying to your team members on Slack. So if you want to try it out yourself, you're going to search for the Grammarly extension on Google and download it for your browser. If you're using a browser that doesn't have an extension, then it's right because you can still download the Windows app and it will work seamlessly. Once you've downloaded it, simply log in with your email account and follow the step-by-step onboarding process, which takes only a couple of seconds. Once you are done, it will start working. Now, whenever you type, you're going to notice a Grammarly widget in the corner. This quirky little widget tells you if your typed content has any mistakes just from its color. Let's test it out. For this, go to Grammarly and let's use the text that they provide for testing. As you can see, the AI has underlined spelling errors, grammatical errors, and even areas where you can improve, although that is for the paid version only. Moreover, they have color-coded everything as well to make it easier to identify the issues. Red means spelling error, and blue means sentences that are long for no reason. Now, if we want to fix these, there are 2 ways we can do that. First, we can hover over the underlined text and click on the corrected text. Secondly, if you are using it outside the Grammarly app, you can click on the widget, and it will show you a tab with all the mistakes displayed. If we click on the mistakes one by one on the right, it will fix all these errors automatically. Now, the tool will show that your document has nothing left to fix. Another area where you can use this tool is to write complete content from start to finish, with AI doing all of the heavy lifting. So, back at Grammarly, click on New Document, and it will load a text editor. Here, go to the Write with Generative AI. Now, let's try writing a blog for a chocolate chip recipe. First, we'll have to set a voice. Since it's a blog for recipes, we'll choose casual, and as for the tone, we'll select personable, engaging, and witty. In the profession, we'll write and leave the language as default, which is American English. Finally, we'll click on Use this voice at the bottom. Next, we need a blog for a recipe, so we'll tell the AI to write that for us. Once you press enter, it will write a whole article for us. Now, if you like it, you can just click Insert, and it will show up in the text editor. If you don't, then you can ask it to rewrite and see if that gives you something for your taste. You might notice that there are a few unnecessary hashtags that are just an eyesore. To fix that, we're going to use the text editor and remove them. Plus, we'll also be going to make the headings stand out and arrange the ingredients and instructions in bullet points so it's easier to read. See how easy that was to make? Now, this isn't just limited to writing recipes. You can use it to write complete emails and other corporate messages as well. Just make sure that you are using the right tone for the job. Next up on the list is Trello AI. This tool right here is any project manager's best friend because it streamlines the complete workflow of your team. Plus, you can even use it for your personal projects, as it will categorize everything. How can you use it to be more productive? Let's find out. First, head over to their website and create an account. After asking for your email and account, it starts by asking you what you want to use it for. Let's skip these steps for now. Say that we are using it as a project manager at a content writing company, and we need to organize our tasks and keep track of everything. How do we do that? Well, the first step is to make a Trello board. So from your dashboard, go to Boards and click on Create a New Board. Alternatively, you can choose from a few templates if you like. Let's write the board title as ABC Writing, choose an image that we like, and create the workspace. Once that's done, you'll see a basic version of a to-do list, but we don't want that. Let's make a category for pending topics, which would tell us what topics I have to assign. Next, let's create two writers, A and B. Then we'll make a category for the editor, and finally a category for approved topics, which would mean that we can just send them to the client. Plus, it will help us keep a check on work that has been done so far. When we are done, it should look something like this. Now that's taken care of, let's make use of the Trello AI to automatically add a new card when we get a request for a new topic. For that, press the three dots in the top right corner next to the Share button. From here, go to Email to Board and click on it. Here, you'll see that it has generated a link to our board, which we just made. Next, there's an option to summarize with AI. Make sure that it is turned on. Lastly, we need to select where the emailed card appears. Since we are going to be adding new topics that we receive through the mail, we'll select the pending topics. Next, just copy the link and close this menu. Now, let's suppose that a client mailed us this email, asking us if we are available to work. Normally, we would have to manually add new topics to the pending list, but we are going to use AI to do it for us automatically. For that, all we have to do is click on the forward button at the bottom and hit send. Now, back on the Trello board, we can see that this task has appeared on our pending topics automatically. Not only that, but it has also summarized the long text that the client sent so we can get an overview of what they want. Moreover, as you can see, it even shows the file that the client had attached. Now, we can download that file directly from this card. Once that's done, we'll assign it to the writer by dragging it to their name. When they have written it, we'll move it to the editor section. Once they have taken care of the errors, we'll move the card to the approved topic section, which means that the work is done, and we just have to send the script to the client. This is just an example of how it works, but in reality, you'll be using it for your work. If you manage a whole company and have to deal with a lot of emails, you can directly add them here and then assign your employees their next tasks easily. You can even invite them to your board, and this way, they will be notified whenever they have been assigned a task. The last tool on this list is Zapier. Just like their website says, it has superpowers to automate your tasks. If you are tired of copying data from one app to another over and over again, you can make use of this AI to completely automate the workflow since it connects over 7,000 apps. How, you wonder? Let's jump into it. First things first, we'll have to make an account on the platform so we can make use of it. So head over to their website and just sign up. Just like every other tool on this list, it asks you some questions first. And once you've answered those, it lets you add apps to your account. So just connect the ones you use, or just skip it for now. Once you've set it up, you'll see a dashboard that looks like this. Here, you can see some buttons that can do different actions. For now, let's stick with automation. And to do that, first we click on Zap button. Next, the AI takes you to a new page where you can see two options. The first option is to use the Copilot AI to do all the grunt work for you. And the second option is to manually enter the automated workflow. Don't worry, you don't need to be a technical genius to make it work. Basically, trigger means the action that would result in an action, which would be the automated response that we want. Now, let's use the same scenario we used for the Trello AI, and suppose that we own a writing company. When we used Trello, we had to manually send the email to our board, and then the AI did its magic. But we can automate this step using Zapier as well. First things first, we are going to rename this Zap from the top of the screen to something like Trello board. Next, we need to add a trigger, and in this case, it would be us receiving an email for a request to write a YouTube script. To do that, we are going to click on Trigger, and it will show us a list of apps that will be involved in this action. Since it's Gmail for us, we are going to go ahead and click on that. Now, on the right side of the screen, we see a new tab where we can enter our details. So let's just go ahead and do that. In the trigger event, we are going to select the option that says New Email Matching Search. After that, log into your email and click Continue so we can configure it. In the Configure tab, we are going to add a keyword that says YouTube script and then click on Time. Then click Test Trigger to see if it's working. Here, you can see that it found the email that we sent to ourselves as a test for the Trello AI. So we are going to go ahead and continue with that one. Now, in step 2, we are going to select Gmail as the app again, and then select Send Email as the action event. Now comes the configuration. We'll enter the Trello email that we used earlier and enter that in the To section. In the From section, we are going to select our account. Next, we are going to just fill out the required fields that are signified with the red asterisk, and then finally click Continue. Once it is set up, we can test it by clicking Test Step, and you can see on the Trello board that a new card was created automatically. This was just one example of how you can automate this process, but the possibilities are endless when it comes to Zapier and automation. That's all for this video. Which AI will you be using to boost your productivity? Let us know in the comments.